Baggage, and most of the time it's usually because of past experiences that you bring it into the current situation right here in front of you. You're like, you know what, all this stupid crap happened before, it's going to happen again because this is how it always turns out. Wrong. What's shaking? Welcome back to All In. I'm your host, Rick Jordan, and man, that sounded like the most radio-ish way that I've started a podcast ever. So take it or leave it, whatever. Today we're going to be talking about your expectations of an outcome, okay? And this is going to be interesting. It's going to be fast-paced, direct, hard-hitting, brutal truth. So buckle up, that's all I'm going to say. And as we go into this here, what I want you to start thinking about is 3 people that you can share this episode with today, because we don't promote, we don't run ads, we don't take sponsors. The only way that we can help more people is with your help. Please, I'm asking for your help right now, inviting you to be part of my team, to share this out with 3 other people at least, so we can continue to help more people grow and tackle this thing we call life. And today, we're talking about those expectations of outcomes, okay? And this came up recently in my life, and it pops up every now and then because I've been called an optimist, right? And here's, I used to think of myself as like a realist, but then I actually started realizing that, a realist actually can be an optimist. But a realist, if somebody ever says, well, I'll just be a realist and you be an optimist, the thing around that is that they're just really saying, hey, you know what? I think something's going to get screwed up because I'm planning on it. There's nothing wrong with having a backup plan. Okay, I'll just throw that out there right now. But the expectation of something going wrong, of expectation of chaos, or just fights, or with the relationship, or just, something blowing up at work when you take on a new project, or whatever it is, that expectation of having it turn out badly will almost guarantee that it is most definitely going to suck ass. Not just through the process, but when you actually get to it, that's what's going to happen because of this thing called baggage. Okay? When you have this baggage, and most of the time it's usually because of past experiences, that you bring it into the current situation right here in front of you. You're like, you know what? All this stupid crap happened before, it's going to happen again because this is how it always turns out. Wrong. That's not how it always turns out. Have you ever thought about this, that if you keep going, and this is where it's going to be hard hitting today, if you keep going into a similar situation over and over and over again, and it keeps turning out a bad way, one, maybe it's not a situation you should be in, but maybe it is. I mean, maybe like a job or something like that. Like if you keep getting fired, job after job after job after job, or maybe you have the same kind of negative interactions where nobody understands me, I never am valued for what I do, or all these other things that you've told yourself job after job after job. Here's a wake-up call for you. Maybe it's you. Hello? If you keep, I should have paused there. Let's go back to that. If this keeps happening time after time again and whatever, maybe you've been married 5 times, okay? And it's the same thing. The person cheats on you every single time, right? And you've been married 5 times. Or something happens to where that person just divorces you 5 times in a row. Maybe it's you. And I don't mean this in a bad way today. I hope you feel my heart, because I want you to come out of today a person that understands that, you ready for this? It's okay to be happy. It is okay to be happy. It is okay to expect a positive outcome. I have this thing that I love that I call a positive outcome mindset. Going into it as if there's no option except for it to go amazing. And sure, you have to plan for these pitfalls and things that happen, and almost nothing ever in my life, I'm being straight with you, almost nothing ever in my life ever goes completely according to plan, but that's okay, because why? Mostly everything in my life actually ends up happening in a positive way. Mostly everything, because I'm always going into it with this comment that I make with my team, with my kids, whoever, that, you know what? It's going to work or it's going to work. I don't go into it with any other options. So I always show up with that end outcome. It's like I look to the future, and this is something you can do. Think of something right now that you're thinking about, something you're struggling with, right? Or this new thing that you're afraid to do, or something you have to do tomorrow. And you're like, man, if only. And remember, it's okay to be happy. Think about that. And as you look at the end, imagine yourself sitting in that end of that situation right now. What is the best possible way you can think of that will turn out? What is that right now? Think about it. What is the best, as your eyes are closed, just listen to my voice. What is the best possible way that will turn out? What is the best possible way that will turn out? What could be possible for you if it turned out that way? That amazing, positive, incredible, mind-blowing way. What could be possible for you? Now, here's what I want you to do. Place yourself in that situation right now. It's already turned out. Everything's happened already. All the amazingness has been realized. You completed the project successfully, or it's 20 years down the road and you're in a successful marriage. You still love each other, or you just got that promotion at work, or you started your business and now you broke that 7-figure glass ceiling. You're doing $1 million in revenue. Place yourself in that situation right now where you've already achieved the best possible thing that you could, and it turned out the most amazing way. You feel that? Do you feel that? Feels freaking awesome, doesn't it? Now, from this point forward, your life can be different because you already know exactly how that is going to turn out in such an amazing way. Because from here forward, your life can be different. It can be healthy. You can achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve in the best possible way for it to turn out. I want you to do this when you go into any situation from now on. Just do this, what we just did today, because you have to, once you picture that best possible outcome, you bring it forward into the present right now and think, wow, I already know what I have to do to get there because I already know that it's going to work out freaking fantastic. It doesn't, it's actually pretty easy to get there. It might not be simple, might have a lot of steps to it. So it might be complex, but complexity can also be easy when you know what steps those are because you're already operating as if you're already done completely, successfully, positively, to the exact way, the best way that it could turn out for you. It's incredible. Some people call this visualization. And that's what we walk through today, because if the inverse happens, if you're going into a conversation expecting that there's going to be a blow up, if you're going into work this week with the project and thinking, this is never going to work for me, it's never going to be successful, or if you're going into a marriage thinking, oh, you know what, 7 years down the road, 20 years down the road, one of those two, because that's where all marriages break up at that 7-year and 20-year mark. It's probably going to happen to me too, because I saw it happen to my mom, saw it happen to actually the person I'm marrying right now. It happened to them too. After 7 years, they got divorced, whatever. If you go into it with that, I guarantee you that you will find a way somehow to self-sabotage it, because it's already your expectation. And it's exactly what we just did, just on the negative end of the spectrum. You picking up with that today? Come on, follow me here. You can go into it and visualize an amazing positive outcome, or you can flip and figure out the worst that could happen to you And either way, you are the one that creates that now going forward, because you have that expectation and your actions will steer the ship in whatever direction you want to steer it in. This is truth, because you could have the best possible project. You could have at work, you could have all the skills, all the resources, everything you need to make a lot of money at this thing or get that promotion because you're going to crush it. And you're thinking going into it, wow, this is never going to work. You're going to find a way to screw it up. Or you could sit there and do what we just did and ask yourself the question, close your eyes and ask yourself the question. You're already at the end of the project of whatever that situation was, and you're saying, what is the best possible way that this could turn out for me? And then you bring it forward to right now, and you can go through with it, understanding that you've already done it, because it's just a general reminder, it is okay to be happy, and today forward, your life can be different, because this is a cycle that our minds can get into, always focusing on the negative and expecting the negative. Try it, because from here forward, your life can be different, and it can be healthy. It can be amazing.